tracking down the company ruining restaurants. I think it's about Sysco, the company that makes all the prepackaged food used at Applebee's and stuff. And I wanted to watch this.
I've had a sense that lots of restaurants are starting to taste the same. And maybe you too have had a sense that something is amiss. So I wanted to test a hypothesis with my coworkers that you can be served the same exact food.
Can I just get the jalapeno poppers?
From totally different restaurants.
The fried pickles. Can I get the fried pickles?
But made.
If I find out anything bad about my goat chilies in this video, I'm going to brigade More Perfect Union. I'm going to start a 40 video campaign to get you taken down. I better not find out anything negative about the company I both love and own stock in. It's going to be fake news anyway. If it is, it's fake news.
In the same factory, whether you wanted it or not.
Can I get the funnel cake fries?
Here's the question behind this test. Are we trapped into eating the same mediocre food from New York to Alaska? And if so, why? And who's behind it?
All right, moment of truth.
That's the mystery we're going to unpack today.
Okay.
To get to the bottom of it, first I went to Harlan, Iowa, woke up at 5 a.m. to talk.
Ellen's distributor.
Why did you open with 2 minutes just making me hungry? that's not a restaurant related thing. You just showed a bunch of delicious fucking fresh food. That's not what I want. I'm fucking starving now.
Distributor is regional and employee owned. But if you're a restaurant owner, especially in a rural area, you might just have 1 or 2 distributors to choose from. There's a good chance one of them is a company called Sysco.
Sysco.
And they are suspect number 1 for my deep fried mystery. To hash out that suspicion, I spoke to Austin Frerick, author of the book Barons, who explained the profound way Sysco is shaping the way we eat out.
I'm gonna buy this book right now. This shit's right up my alley, bro. If there's ever a book with an artsy cover of a dollar being burned or stabbed or changed or like zoomed in on, I have like 50 copies of it. I have so many books with the dollar on the cover in some kind of weird artsy way. It's Atrioc bait, bro.
Explain the profound way Sysco is shaping the way we eat out.
The innovation of Sysco was that it was the first national company to essentially offer everything a restaurant needs.
Back in the day, someone like Ellen might have 1 distributor for butter and another for eggs. But Sysco is what's called a broadliner, supplying
Everything from paper products to meat and produce.
Sysco was a merger of 9 different wholesale restaurant distributors.
Oh, that's good.
With kind of the explicit goal of making a national player.
That was in 19...
It's like my goat Lena Khan always says, the bigger, the better, okay? More companies merging together makes them stronger, which makes it better for you. You gotta consolidate.
69. Fast forward to today, and Sysco has grown so much that it really only has 2 other competitors in the national space. Among them, Sysco is the largest, and even a decade ago, controlled an estimated 35% of the market. And this year, their gross profit hit $15 billion.
The scary thing about Sysco was it didn't become this giant through organic growth, but instead it became a giant through relentless acquisitions that went unchecked.
They've acquired over 150 companies to become really one of the only national broadline distributors for restaurants.
And this growth, I learned, is deeply changing the way we eat, from farm to...
And then once they got all that market power, right, and there was no other competition in a lot of areas, they decided they'd had enough and it was time to raise the quality and lower the prices. That's how it usually goes, right? Once a monopoly gets big enough, they're like, okay, time to give back. And they lower the prices and they make the stuff better and they spread the wealth about that. That's generally what happens. So I assume Sysco did the same.
Table. Let's start with the farm part. Ellen tries to work with as many local producers as possible, even when it's more expensive. Sysco, on the other hand, operates with the biggest producers at massive scales to eke out savings. Producers that often have some of the most exploitative production models. Sysco gets their berries from companies like Driscoll,
Driscoll's basically took the Nike sweatshop model and applied it to berry production.
and chicken from companies like Tyson.
Tyson's applied a sharecropping model to meat production.
If you used a national distributor, could you get the Omaha sourdough? Could you get, no? And why is that?
So a lot of local distributors or local producers are not able to tap into regional distribution. The volume and production quantities is too high.
Sysco scours the globe for a good deal, and there's reason to be concerned about how they're getting some of those deals.
Seafood is the best example of this. Many providers to Sysco have been accused of engaging in slave labor.
That includes forced Uyghur and North Korean labor in China.
Basically, any dark part of the food system has moved offshore, which makes policing it really, really hard
I
to
just
do.
feel like when you're eating a crawfish, it tastes a little better if you know that a North Korean slave was underpaid to make it. Do you know what I'm saying? Am I going to get canceled for that? Are they going to throw me on Blue Sky for that one? I just feel like we all know it adds a little kick, a little spice to it. You appreciate it more. Underpaid implies paid. Yeah, well, zero is still underpaid.
Sysco doesn't just source shrimp and strawberries. They have their own line of mass-manufactured frozen foods. Everything from sourdough and brioche to, as I learned from researching this, jalapeno poppers, other fried appetizers, and desserts. Frozen food, it turns out, isn't just a facet of the Sysco business model, it drives it.
I don't think Americans appreciate that frozen food allows these long exploitative supply chains.
In the early 2000s, Sysco was buying jalapeno poppers assembled in Mexico for well below minimum wage and shipped frozen all over the country.
It allows a race to the bottom in terms of labor standards and pay.
I Googled, I can't find any evidence that Chili's uses Sysco. Okay? Let's not rush to any fucking judgments. I'm worried. But I Googled it and I can't get a yes or no answer. But you'd assume it'd be easy if it was a yes. All right, watch this.
So the food we ordered could have come to a distribution center like this, frozen, shipped to restaurants across the country, then dumped into a fryer. And now, the truckers driving those shipments, they're also getting squeezed by Sysco.
Sysco's continuously lobbying year after year to deregulate the trucking industry. And what we've seen since the 1980s is trucking wages are down nearly 40%.
After the food is unloaded off of trucks, it gets cooked up and put on your plate. And Sysco's dominance means the food on that plate is increasingly the same and increasingly worse.
Do you think regional variety is disappearing?
Yeah, I would say so.
You've probably had a Sysco meal without even realizing it. They offer everything from these sad bread rolls to Wagyu beef burger patties. If you've ever spent time in a hospital or a prison, you might have had.
Bro, I'm just hungry because all this looks good to me. I'm not picky. I'll eat that bread roll. I'll eat this bullet. I'm fucking
a
hungry.
meal off of a Sysco truck. And if you pay attention, they're everywhere. And so it's getting harder and harder to avoid getting the exact same frozen meal at your local diner or brewery. It probably won't taste that great either.
If you were to buy pre-made brioche from one of the big national distributors,
They probably will try to keep things cheap, so like they're probably not going to use butter.
so they'll use like a canola oil or
shortening or something like that.
Yeah.
And then
That's
like
tasty.
their sugar might be like processed sugar, like a high fructose corn syrup kind of thing.
Austin found a story of a Pennsylvania diner whose burgers weren't frying the same on the grill. When the owner investigated, he realized the patties now contained soy protein filler. Sysco and their competitors are flooding restaurants with ultra-processed food like this.
Oh my
Now,
God, they're
you might
making us
expect
into
that
soy
with a
boys.
deep-fried cheddar jalapeno popper, but maybe less so with something like bread.
The irony is you could be a diner in a small town in Iowa, surrounded by some of the world's best farmland.
You're going to see this more because guess what? What do we have? An infinite amount of soy that's unsold sitting in America. Can't send it to China. And so it's going to be way fucking cheaper to start sneaking soy into everything.
And yet nothing on the menu is coming from around you.
Snoy.
It's low
Fuck,
quality
I said
products
snoy.
produced by people being exploited outside the national borders.
We almost had them. We were almost able to take down Sysco and change the system, but I said snoy, so they win. My argument is invalid. I fucking blew it at the 1 yard line, and now Sysco gets to ruin our food. Fuck!
System isn't exactly working out for
Your Honor, he
restaurant
said
owners or
Snoy.
local distributors either.
With the competition bought out, Sysco has more leverage to arbitrarily raise prices. During COVID, for instance, they used their market power to pass on inflation to their customers and increase their earnings by 159%.
Love that for them.
Sysco CEO even said on an earnings call that they had no intention of competing on price.
Smaller restaurants have almost no negotiating power with Sysco. And so if you are in a rural area where there, aren't any other distributors, then restaurants really don't have many options at all. As we've lost some of that regional wholesale infrastructure, we also see the loss of local businesses, local farms, and a regional food system.
Well, that's
In
good.
general, restaurant owners have little recourse when Sysco screws them over. Complaints are rampant about late deliveries, crushed eggs below stacks of boxes, even swapping ingredients without informing restaurants. As the industry continues to consolidate, these issues will only get worse. Sysco already tried to buy their largest competitor, US Foods, but was
Let
shut
it
down by
through!
the FTC.
What the fucking FTC won't let businesses just be
They
fucking,
tried to buy their largest
live their
competitor,
lives.
US Foods, but was shut down
fucking probably Lena Khan blocked this shit. Where's her deal? Oh my God, she did. Statement of Chair Lena M. Khan on the Sysco Foods, US Foods merger. Oh, that's Kroger and Albertsons, I'm sorry. They mentioned this is a separate one. Who actually blocked this? Oh, it's 2015. 2015, okay. Who was FTC Chair 2015? Edith Ramirez. Good on you, Edith. Good job.
by the FTC.
Now, Sysco's two largest competitors are signaling they might try to merge. In an environment where the biggest companies aggressively push out competition, makes sense. It also means restaurants will have even less choice than they already do, and farmers will have less bargaining power when selling their food.
Sick.
The most aggressive, gold standard thing that an antitrust enforcer could do would be to look at some of these deals and say, maybe we went too far. Like maybe we let Sysco acquire too many companies and we should unwind some of those and break up Sysco. That's something that we've seen antitrust enforcers take on with past deals like Ticketmaster.
The FTC could also block future
Irony, poisoning aside, yes, that's what we should do. Yes, 100%. 100%. We should just look industry by industry and see, do we even have close to enough competitors to have a healthy market? Like, do the people shopping in the industry have the ability to say, fuck you if somebody has a bad deal and go somewhere else? If they don't, then we don't have a real system. It's just it's just someone abusing their market power. You have to have an option to go somewhere else. So I very, 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 very would like that. I mean, but we just don't have an FTC that can do it right now. Lena, we miss you!
acquisitions, and states and federal regulators could scrutinize discount programs that people like Claire and Austin suspect Sysco is using to drive out the competition. But what about my mission to get the same food in entirely different states? We ordered a mix of jalapeno poppers, fried pickles, and funnel cake fries in Nebraska, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and in Alaska. All right, moment of truth. Jalapeno popper. Never been to this restaurant, never been to the city, but it just tastes like something I've had 100 times. In Omaha, I'm pretty sure I got the Sysco brand jalapeno popper, though, to be fair, their main competitor sells almost the same thing. The one that I got in Brooklyn was clearly different than that one and was a little bit better.
Okay, it's funny. This guy got a budget for this video. All the good parts of this video could have been done in that one small town and at home. But he's like, can we include a part where I get to fly all over the country and eat jalapeno poppers? Can I expense that? For the last 3 minutes of my video, can I get a fucking 7 flights across the country to both He got the Adam Sandler deal, bro. He had to go hang out with friends all over the country.
Here in New Jersey, I ordered funnel cake fries. They seem exactly the same as the ones I got in Omaha. A fellow producer also ordered them in Philadelphia and another in Anchorage. They look pretty similar.
I also ordered some fried pickles, which is what my fellow producer ordered in Philly. They're clearly different. One is chips, one is spears, but there's a chance that I got these Sysco pickle spears.
Don't get me wrong. You've probably had a frozen Sysco meal and thought it was totally fine. But the point is, in this giant food system, something is being lost. Regional variety, local jobs, local businesses, and just having a unique meal, a meal that's different.
Interesting ending, but
We are
good video in general. Good video in general. Agree. Egregious. And it's egregious what they're doing with consolidation in this country.